top 10 characters for the month of August 2022. And I just want to say thank you very much to coming out last month. Last month's video was my most liked video. So thank you for everybody that came down and liked the video. Before we get into it, I just want to say that this particular list is in no particular order. However, we're going to start off the list with Morgan Le Fay, probably best team. I mean, Darkhold for sure right now currently is just absolutely upsetting Arena, Alliance War, and Cosmic Crucible. Very, very powerful team. And Morgan Le Fay, of course, is the Horseman, one of the better characters in the game for sure. Probably the best character in the game. She does so many amazing things, and the team is beyond annoying on defense with their almost endless amounts of barrier. Now, Horseman, of course, she's legendary and she's Horseman. I also think she's an excellent choice for DD5 if you're still pursuing Dormammu. In fact, I am hearing that Morgan Le Fay and Rogue do very well at low star levels in Dark Dimension 4, at 5 rather. And I want to say that Dormammu is absolutely on this list, and Dormammu is still worth pursuing. But there's so many characters required in this apocalypse mess, if you will. I mean, it's just so many characters feeding up to getting to apocalypse. You know, more that you can overlap and use to get Dormammu, the better. Next on the list we're going to talk about is Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider is a part of the Web Warrior team, and the Web Warrior team was vital for unlocking Morgan Le Fay and are very important right now in raids. So I'm taking into account to raids in this list right here. So there's typically a member from each important team that gets you through the 5 nodes of the raids, and Ghost Spider is without a doubt, and the Web Warriors are important. Now, I don't think they're that good in Alliance War and in Cosmic Crucible as we once thought, now that we've got Bionic Avengers out there. It feels like the Bionic Avengers walk over them. I just saw a screenshot of someone punching up almost 500,000 inside of Alliance War with using Bionic Avengers versus Web Warriors, but they're still important for raids. They're still important for unlocking Morgan Le Fay because they're one of the Scourge teams, and they definitely merit mention on this list for sure. Dormammu. Dormammu, a lot of people think Dormammu is just about the revive, but I think what makes Dormammu the scariest is after you do this special, he gets charged, 3 charged, and this is unbelievably annoying when he has charge right here on enemy turn. So not his turn, but on enemy turn, if he's charged and he gets 3 charges, flip all positive effects to negative effects and apply 2 bleed to that enemy. And the thing about this charge mechanic, it'll carry over from match to match. So like if you go into a battle, let's say in Alliance War, and you play and you lose the match, but Dormammu does his special and he has charge, you will start the next match off at an extreme disadvantage if Dormammu has charge, because when you take turns, he's going to be flipping all these positive effects. Super powerful mechanic. And of course, the revive mechanic is very powerful too, but I feel like this is overlooked. On enemy turn, if charged, flipped all positive effects to negative effects and apply 2 bleed to that enemy. Very, very impactful. And he doesn't start the battle off with charge, but it's potential that he could start the battle off with charge on the second match. If he does take his special and then the match ends, then he will come back in the next round, starting off the match with charge, and you'll have to work around that. Dark Dimension 5 reward. Like I said, I know there's a big conflict. A lot of people are like, do I go for Apocalypse or do I go for Dormammu? I want to say that Dormammu is very important, and to continue working on him and be deliberate about working on Dormammu. And if you can use characters that will help you accomplish both, for example, like Hulk. I'm hearing reports that Hulk is very good in Dark Dimension 5. So, in Rogue and Morgan Le Fay. But any characters that you can take up that accomplish both goals will be, very effective. Next on the list is Kestrel. Now, Kestrel, I put Kestrel on the list because she's also a part of the skill team and for the Doom 3 raids. And also she is one of the better plug and play characters. She just does so many good things. Her charge mechanic on her negates summons and effectively ruins characters like Dark Phoenix and Mr. Sinister. My goodness. And she has an ability right here where on her ultimate, she can actually bypass the revive right here. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. It is just unbelievable how amazing she is. Her special is unavoidable and can't be blocked. And she has the ping mechanic, which is one of my favorite things of all times in the game. During ally turning, if enemy with defense down is attacked, attack the most injured enemy for 400% damage. Like probably one of my favorite mechanics of all time. Amazing plug and play character. Now they've been putting out offers for her for like 50 character shards for $5. And that leads me to believe that possibly she will be more available and then just being in premium orbs at a boosted drop rate. Hopefully she will be farmable sooner than later. Again, one of the best plug and play characters in the game. Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom was the reward for Dark Dimension 4. He still plays like a mini boss. His ultimate when it goes off is bonkers because not only does he get a bunch of turn meter and then explode doing a massive amount of AoE, he also boosts the speed bar on an ally with the highest damage. So he's going to scale with other characters. You know, I was playing in RTA. Yeah, I know. I was playing actually in RTA with Dormammu and Doom. And when this goes off and it gives all that turn meter to Dormammu, good night. Oh my God, pretty powerful. Again, plug and play character, and he does play like a mini boss, and he has so many amazing mechanics. Is he as impactful as Dormammu? No, but is he important? Yes, and I think he's still a good character, even though he was the rewards for Dark Dimension 4, and we've already moved past and into Dark Dimension 5, and then we're moving on to the Horsemen and Apocalypse teams, and so he's still important. Emma Frost, so this is one that I just put on here because I wanted to. Her kit always seems to be important in this game. And yeah, I think we could debate whether or not she should be on a top 10 list or not. That's fine. But I just find that I always end up using her. And the reason for that primarily is that applied 10% negative speed to all enemies. Very important for mirror matches. I mean, if you go into Cosmic Crucible and you want to beat Unlimited X-Men, you can do a mirror match by simply dropping Phantom X off and putting Emma or putting Cable. You know, but speed is everything, and applying minus 10% speed is a very impactful way of turning the tide of any battle, especially in situations where who goes first absolutely matters. We see a lot of that in Arena. You know, whoever's Morgan Le Fay goes first often determines how the match plays out, and a character like Emma. Turn-based games, speed is going to be the alpha stat. You know, who can take the most turns and who can go first is likely going to determine who wins the battle. And the rest of her kit is absolutely useful. She has a cleanse, which is very nice. She has a mind control, so that basically her attack can do a reasonable amount of damage because it's going to pick the characters with the most damage to go in and do that attack. And then it also has a blind mechanic. So again, Emma seems to be a character, and I hate to use the word future-proof because they may come out with a mechanic that makes her kit not as impactful, but she definitely seems to have weathered the power creep better than most characters in this game, and she just has a special place for me, and that's why I put her on this list. Next, we have to talk about Rogue. Rogue is a legendary horseman, and she is frankly kind of annoying to play against because she goes relatively quickly, and then her special right here will put on the super annoying taunt, where she basically will taunt it with safeguard and immunity, and defense up and all that great stuff, which you really can't get around. There's really no way of getting around this. You almost have to neutralize her first, and this ability does a lot of horrible things to your opponent, and specifically in mirror matches when it's rogue versus rogue, whichever rogue goes first really matters. And if there's no characters like Emma or Cable or something like that, then it's a coin flip, and the match can be simply determined by who wins the coin flip. Very important character. I have to say that I'm impressed with the two legendary horsemen that have come out so far, Rogue and Morgan Le Fay. They feel legendary. They've been relatively available to most players. I feel like the release method allowed a lot of players to get them the first time around rather than the second time around or third time around. So I'm happy with the release method, and I'm looking forward to seeing Red Hulk's kit. Hopefully we get to see that sooner than later. But so far, this leads me to be that the other horsemen that are coming down the line are going to be very good as well. And then, of course, Apocalypse and how the team is going to play together, we will see. Next on the list is Squirrel Girl. And the reason why I put Squirrel Girl here is because she was the primary, her team, Young Avengers, was the primary way to unlock Rogue inside of the Scourge event. And so, and the Young Avengers have proven to be important in most game modes, whether that is Alliance War or Cosmic Crucible. They're not really impactful in raids or anything like that, but I seem to get a lot of use out of them. Even like in Tower, if we ever get Tower to come back, it seems to me that Young Avengers are important, but they were definitely vital for unlocking Rogue. So they have to have a mention here on the team. And Squirrel Girl, just this right here, Eat Nuts, 3-turn cooldown, always going off. And the reason why it always goes off is because she's getting turn meter all the time when when she goes below 50% health, she gets speed bar by 30%. So it seems to me that this is just constantly going off. Anyways, big fan of Squirrel Girl and the Young Avengers. Next is Icarus. Okay, so when we talk about Icarus, we're talking about Icarus and Cersei together. One of the most powerful duos in the game, still being used daily inside of the arena. And there's a lot of hybrid teams inside of the arena made up of typically like Dormammu and Morgan Le Fay and perhaps Rogue or Agatha. All different combinations of teams we seem to see, including Emma and even Loki. So, but we can't talk about arena or and the importance of Eternals. The Eternals are vital, not only in arena, but Alliance War and Cosmic Crucible. One thing that's super annoying about them as of right now in the time of making this video, they're still not farmable anybody. And they did 3 months ago saying that was right around the corner, or that the upcoming weeks and months we will be making them available. And there was a list of characters that they said they were going to make available, and they did not. They did all of the characters on the list except for Cersei and Icarus so far. So it seems to be they're holding on to them, maybe because they want to sell more offers. But I'm a big fan of these two. Run, don't walk. Get your hands on some Icarus and Cersei if you want to have a better experience, specifically in the arena. Now, the reason why I put Jubilee on this list is because mutant nodes inside of Doom 3, Jubilee and friends are still carrying their weight and doing an amazing job inside of the mutant. And it kind of makes me wonder if the fourth horseman really is going to be a mutant raid team or not. I don't know if that is true. I have no idea. We will find out, but I'm not sure. But we still use the mutant teams, and it seems that Astonishing X-Men are still very good. Also, Jubilee's kit does have a lot of things that I really do like. First of all, blind on her basic is very good. She's got a stun on her ultimate, and she reduces speed bar. And then this right here, if she can get the kill, and largely the raids are around this ability right here, loading up a character with low health, that's about ready to die, with specifically like blind and defense down. If you can get the kill, it'll spread all of those negative effects. On kill, spread 3 negative effects from the primary target to all other enemies. This will not spread stun. So it's very nice to be able to spread, the blind and defense down or slow, to the other characters. And it is a very effective kit. And then lastly, it's not necessarily talking about Iron Man, but it's definitely about the Bionic Avengers team. The Bionic Avengers team is going to be a Scourge team for the fourth horseman. They are also vital and very important on the tech node, the tech part of Doom.3, and they also have I don't feel like we understand all the possible teams that they can counter, but primarily right now everybody's been using them against web warriors, and they've been just slicing and dicing through web warriors like it's not a problem. And I think this is going to be a very important team going forward. I mean, it kind of feels like as far as an importance level, like they're going to be important the same way that web warriors are important. They're going to be important like the same way that Young Avengers are important. So I'm pretty hyped about the team. I've been very satisfied with playing them, and I felt like I had to include one member on the team, not necessarily Iron Man. I don't know how good Iron Man is necessarily, or any individual one member on the team, but the team as a whole. And I just figured Iron Man would be a good representative of the Bionic Avengers. I guess I could have done Hulkbuster, but it's anyways, we did Iron Man. Let me know what you think of the list. Let me know if there was any that you think that I should have included. I think I put up 11 instead of 10. I always run one over because I have a hard time picking. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and keep on gaming. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. I don't know, is that like what the YouTuber thing to say at the end of a video? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.